which one, please? All right, man.
What's up, Danny?
Danny, what up, bro?
What's up?
Danny boy.
This guy's talking about WrestleMania, bro. He slowed me down. Let me just get into that. Stacks, do you agree with me on the fight?
I guess I didn't watch that fight.
Oh, you didn't watch that one either. All right.
I told you that's the only fight that I missed.
Okay, all right. Well, that's the fight that I really like for the weekend.
Well, let's not forget. Let's not forget. Last week when we were talking about that fight, Stacks was like, "That's going to be the most boring fight of the week, anyways." He thought it was just going to be terrible. So I think he probably missed it intentionally.
I think you did too, bro. Yeah, he did. All right, let's get to the main event. Jaron Boots Ennis versus Sergey Lipinet, bro. This guy has not gone past the 6th round, bro. Boots gets it done by KO. Bad KO. I mean, he took care of Lipinet, you know what I mean? So do you guys agree or disagree that he is a powerhouse at that division now?
I think he is, man. I think he's the real deal, man. And I think if Golden Boy's smart, they keep Ortiz away from him for a while, because that's a fight that can marinate and they can make a lot of money on.
Yeah, they're trying to make that fight.
I wouldn't throw Ortiz in there. I wouldn't throw Ortiz in there with them right away. And I'm not saying Ortiz can't beat him. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I'd keep him away for a little bit. You know, that's a big fight that can be made. You know, big title eliminator fight or something like that. But
look at Eddie. Eddie's trying to connect too, bro. Come on, Eddie, get it going. Eddie, get it. All right.
He's not connected to the audio. You got to connect.
You got to connect, bro. We got to connect. All right. Everybody's saying the champ's here, bro. We have Jessica and Potter says the champ is here. Paul Banky says the champ's here. Danny Roman. Michael Arevalo says, Danny Roman, what up, champ? So everybody knows that you're here already. Danny, what do you want to say to them, man? Give them a shout out, all of them, bro.
Hey, shout out to everybody that's tuning in, and man, we got good news, and just hold on for a little bit, and
my crystal ball. Crystal ball saying
Don't get them all excited, dude.
2 weeks, 3 weeks. Clearly.
That's good. I'm glad. Let me just give you guys this news, and it's only 3 of them, and one of them is actually not even really good news, but I mean, I'm just gonna say it. Okay, one of them is Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. This week they're supposed to announce the location. They're looking for location, so I mean, hopefully I think they're gonna fight in the UK, bro. I don't know what they're even.
I think they're gonna fight in Dubai.
I agree. They're gonna fight in Dubai. That's where I think.
The money's at, bro. I've heard stories about duffel bags with millions of dollars coming back over here with the print.
I don't want to even make comments about that, bro. Cut it out, dude. All right, man.
Because you heard the same fucking stories, damn it.
No, I'm good, dude. I'm good. Let's move forward. The next one is Jermell Charlo versus Brian C. Castano for the undisputed, title, I guess, for the division. Do you guys like the fight or not? I mean, a lot of people are calling Castano, but this is what I wanted to get to, bro. They're calling Castano a taxi driver, bro. I don't think people know who Brian Castano is, dude. Please let them know. Guys.
Those are casual people. Those are either casual people or just people that want to hate on Charlo and what he's gonna do. At the end of the day, that is an amazing name to be on his resume if he's able to beat him. So no, that is not a taxi driver, an Uber, a Lyft driver. He's not dropping off your food with Postmates or Uber Eats, people. This is an actually really good fighter, and that's a really good bout for Charlo.
He put an ass whooping on Teixeira, you know.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
So he's legit. Castellanos legit, man.
I'm gonna ask the last one that it's a news and also like drama. I'm gonna ask it also to Danny, because I don't know if you guys have seen the video of Canelo squatting, all this weight, and he's doing a lot of weights. Danny, as a fighter, should you put a lot of effort into doing a lot of weights, man, or not?
I mean, it is a process, because I do strength and conditioning, but like for my weight, we don't got to do that much heavyweight, because my category, my weight class is mostly the speed. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it helps. But like Canelo carrying all that heavy weight, all that muscle can get you tired if you go on the long distance of the fight. So exactly. In a way, it could help you, but in a way, it could affect you.
He looked like he could squat me and Stacks together, bro.
Probably, man. Probably could, bro.
I'm not bravo.
But with Canelo, it's like Danny was saying, all that muscle eats up a lot of oxygen, man. So depending on how big he actually gets, in this fight, I see him chasing Saunders around. You know, I don't see Saunders engaging. It's going to be a technical battle on Saunders. He's going to play defense with the man. And Canelo's going to have to cut off that ring and use his footwork. And we all know Canelo has troubles with technical fighters, man. He showed it against Lara. He showed it against Jacobs, even though he pulled it off. I think those are the two toughest fights as far as technicalities go, you know, and him having to step up to these fighters. And when you build that type of muscle, you know, yeah, the power's there, but, you know, I mean, the oxygen level, it takes a whole different level of stamina to keep those muscles filled with oxygen. I mean, you see some fighters that just come in flabby as hell, don't look like they're going to do anything, but they can go the distance, man, and they can fight, and you know they're making weight and they're not having to worry about anything. And then you see some other cats like and then it's completely different, you know. I mean, muscles don't mean shit in boxing, you know. I mean,
Right.
They really don't.
Let me just give a shout out. Nancy Alvarez Rodriguez is in the house. What's up, Nancy?
What up, Nancy?
What up, Nance?
And the WBC guys. All right.
I
But
will
that's
not
it.
I will not be impressed until I see Canelo squat Andy Ruiz. Then I'll be impressed.
You're horrible, dog. You're
Shit.
fucking horrible,
Talk
dog.
about Andy.
Yeah,
You
dude,
seen it?
you're-
You seen it with Andy and Anthony Joshua in that first fight.
That was the perfect example when you said a
Perfect
flabby
example.
person versus a muscular guy. That was the perfect example, actually.
Yeah.
Any more news, guys? Or that's it?
Danny Roman's in the building.
Yeah.
Danny Roman's in the building, guys. So that
You want some news? Danny Roman's in the
Danny-
building.
What do we
So-
got? I heard we got 5 cards, all of May, you know. So, you know, starting the 1st, you got the Areola Reese fight. The 8th, you got the Canelo fight. The 15th, there's a fight that's about to be announced. The 22nd, you have the Ramirez Taylor fight. The 29th, you have the Linares Haney fight. So
Damn. Okay.
every week you got some good fighting every week. You know, some good boxing going on. And the 15th, I'm sure we'll be talking about that here in a few.
All right. So hopefully right now Eddie jumps back on. With that said, everybody, make sure you guys hit that share button. That's how we pay the bills. Díganle a su tía, díganle a sus primas, a sus hermanas, anybody. Let everybody know we have the champ in the house. Somebody said the Road Warrior's in the house. Yes, the Road Warrior is in the house, guys. With that said, let's get it going. Welcome back to the Boxing Rundown. Man, this guy is a friend to the Boxing Rundown. He could be a host already, dude. That's how many times he's been here. A good friend of ours, a very humble person, former world champion, the one and only Danny Babyface Assassin Roman. Welcome, brother.
Thank you. No, I'm happy to be back here again. I know it's kind of difficult. I miss going to the studio, but like with this pandemic going on, I mean, we're doing it here through Zoom. So
Hey,
I'm happy to see you guys again, and I'm happy you guys are healthy too.
Hey, bro, talk about it, man. We're all trying to stay we're all trying to stay healthy, but also you guys have to stay healthy too, man. You know what I mean? So,
Exactly.
but you know, hopefully there's light, you know, away from the tunnel. You know what I mean? So we're gonna be looking at it, and we're gonna bring everybody back to the studio pretty soon. Okay?
There goes Vito Williams. What's up?
Órale, andas bravo, bro. También. All right. Dude, I was like, what? With that said, dude, Danny, first of all, congratulations on your victory. Oh, here comes Eddie. And our good friend Eddie. Well, he's trainer / manager, right?
Yes.
Eddie Gonzalez is in the house. Hey, Eddie, come on, man. You get the headset, bro. All right. With that said, Danny, congratulations on your victory last September against Juan Carlos Payano. Can you talk to us about that fight, bro? How did it go?
I mean, Juan Carlos Payano's a veteran fighter, skilled fighter, knows a lot of tricks. He's there for a reason, you know. So I knew it wasn't going to be an easy fight. And I wasn't expecting an easy fight because he was coming off from a loss, and I was coming off a loss as well, you know. So both of us tried to prove ourselves that night. And thank God everything went good for me, and I came out with the hand risen up.
Right. Yeah.
Go ahead, Eddie. Raise your hand. What happened, Eddie?
How you doing, guys? Not that much.
I thought you were gonna say something to us. What's going on?
Hand up.
I'm experimenting with this Zoom thing. First time I'm using it.
Oh, this is the first time you use it?
Man, I'm 59 years old, man. I'm learning.
Bro. Don't worry, Eddie. Hey, thank you for being here, bro. I love it when both of you guys are here. Like Danny says, man. I mean, I wish we were at the studio, but right now, you know, we're gonna keep it like this for a minute.
We understand.
Now, with you guys with having that fight with the veteran fighter, is there something that like you learn from fighting somebody with that type of experience, Danny? And also you, Eddie. I mean, you're part of the corner, man. I mean,
I'll
Of
let
course,
Danny answer that question first.
of course, you learn a lot, even a lot with those type of fighters, you know, because they make the fight difficult. You gotta make adjustments during the fight, and like, I mean, you got it's a chess game, you know. You gotta think every move you make, because he'll be countering you or you be countering him.
And I knew it was a tough fight. I'll tell you when I knew it was a tough fight, when they went to the corner in the 6th round, and I hear those classic words coming from Eddie. Do you want me to fucking jump in the ring and fight for you? Dude, Eddie's like, like whenever there's a tough fight, that's what you hear out of Eddie. You hear, you want me to jump in the ring and fight for you, Danny? Come on, let's go, get busy.
Well, you know something, you have to know your fighter, and when he's not doing what you're supposed to be doing, I have to find a way to get him going, you know, and that's one of the ways that I do that. I said, Danny, you can't handle the guy, let me know, step down, I'll stand up, and I'll show you how it's done.
Okay, so see, guys, you guys are learning something. When you guys hear the trainer saying something like that, that's what it means. It's just trying to get them to refocus themselves or to go back to the game plan.
Be motivational.
Yeah, exactly.
But also going back to the game plan partly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm gonna hit you with this one, Danny. A couple of weeks ago, we had MJ fighting. What did you guys think about his performance?
Oh, I'll say it first. I mean, he's a strong kid, you know. Iwasa was doing good the first round. I mean, I can't say much about Iwasa, you know, because only the fighter knows what happened that night. He kind of like was backing off a lot and let MJ do the fight, and I guess the referee saw something we didn't see that day and ended up stopping the fight.
Eddie?
Well, listen, I saw the fight again, and yeah, Iwasa came out really well on the first round. I said, oh shit, yeah, this kid's really gonna put up a good fight. But then after the second round, he just faded away completely. It's like he was not in condition, he was not focused, and MJ was coming forward. Iwasa was going backwards, and that was the wrong plan for him. And eventually, MJ took over the fight and was scoring the points. I don't think the fight should have been stopped because it was premature. You got to give Iwasa the benefit of the doubt. He's been a champion twice, and give him a few more seconds to see how he reacts. But it is what it is. You know, you always have to respect the judges or the referees, their decisions, and you move forward. And that's about it.
So with that, you know, with MJ winning, I think my biggest question is, and a lot of questions from the fans it's twofold. It's like, why didn't Danny get the automatic, you know, the rematch? Was there a rematch clause? And then second, how do you guys feel about Ronnie Rios being elevated to fight MJ now for that title and not Danny?
I'll answer that question. Look, there was no rematch clause because it was a mandatory fight. Okay, first of all. Do we want the rematch? We definitely want the rematch. I don't think they want to put Danny in front of MJ again. I really don't think that they want to do that. Now, as far as Ronnie Rios, I'm very, very happy that he got the opportunity. He deserves it. He has waited a long time. He has worked very hard for this opportunity, and props to him. I hope he goes in there and gives MJ the fight of his life, and I hope he comes out victorious.
Nice. Yeah. You know,
Let me ask.
Go ahead.
Okay. Why do you think they fear you so much? Either one of you, either you, Eddie, or Danny. Why do you think they're avoiding you guys, or they're trying to give you guys a rematch? I mean, to me, I think, you know what, you're the champion. You should be fighting the guy that you took the belts from, you know what I mean? And it was a very close fight. Like I said, I told you guys the time we had you guys at the studio that I saw Danny winning, you know what I mean? But if it was a draw, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. I had a problem with them just getting the victory. But why do you guys think they're just avoiding you guys? And is it him or is it Eddie? Eddie Hearn.
Eddie Hearns?
Yeah, not you,
look,
bro.
yeah. Look, I'll answer this question. Look, I don't think MJ is afraid of fighting us. Okay, there's no fighter that jumps in the ring and is afraid. Okay, they will fight anybody. But I think it's his people who don't want the rematch because they thought that they were going to be able to take Danny out in 4 or 5 rounds. and they thought that they would hurt him. They thought they would beat him easily, and that did not happen. Actually, Danny's the one who ended up hurting him, and their whole game plan changed during the fight. And as you can see, yeah, Danny started a little bit slow the first 3 rounds. From there on, he just took over the fight little by little, round by round, and he finished stronger, and he was actually giving it to MJ. As you can see, the last round, then he finished really, really strong, and MJ was depleting himself, you know.
You know, and it's funny, you know, that we brought up Ronnie Rios' name, because it's fighters like Ronnie Rios and it's fighters like Danny Roman that took L's early in their career, that made them more versatile and made them the boxers that they are today, and made them the world champions that they've become. And like Ronnie, he's getting ready to go for a world title fight, but he's bounced back, and he's took those wins, where I think now, you know, with these kids that are coming up, there's too much pressure on them to dance around, to not fight the best, to dance around and try to keep that you know, and then when they do get into a real fighter, they are, you know, forced to face the mandatory contender or whatnot. They're not made out to what you know, they're not what they're made out to be. Where these guys have dealt with it, they've dealt with those early losses, they built themselves up, you know. I remember when Rios lost to Castellanos, you know, and I remember a couple of Danny's early losses in Thompson Boxing, and then just building his way up, even going to Atlantic City to fight, you know, Adam Lopez, you know, where on that ShoBox card where nobody had Danny winning. Adam Lopez was a regular, and Danny went in there and knocked the dog shit out of Adam Lopez, you know, and then he goes to Japan, wins in Japan. And then even coming back, even being the first boxer to ever be signed with DAZN, him and Jesse Vargas were the first fighters ever signed with DAZN.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then still having to fight in Chicago against one of Eddie's guys in McDonald, you know? So it's like, he knows how to win. Danny knows how to fight, and Danny knows how to win. And I think that has a lot to do with your question that you asked us, why are people so afraid of him? I think it's his resiliency that he has in that ring and his mentality. You know, we know what type of person Danny is. Danny's not a partier. Danny's not a drinker. Danny's not a smoker. Danny's out there concentrating on the ring, and he's resilient. He's a resilient fighter. And these are the dangerous ones. And people that know the sport like us know these are the guys that you don't put in your world champions with. You know what I mean? You keep people like Danny, the babyface assassin. He's named that for a reason. You keep him far away from these champions.
Look, Anthony, I don't want to take the spotlight from Danny's interview, but let me just add this. I truly believe that Eddie Hearn signed Danny to feed him to his fighters.
Yes.
And I truly believe that he thought that Danny was on loss to Jimmy McDonald. Yeah. I truly believe that he thought he was going to lose to him. And when Danny stopped him, he says, "Oh shit." And then they put in TJ Doheny, which we like and respect quite a bit. They thought that he was going to beat Danny, and you saw what happened in that fight as well. Okay. And even with this fight with MJ, I still believe that he was being brought in to lose. And again, I'll say it one more time. And maybe it's not proper to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Say it, bro.
You know, in order to beat the champion, you either have to dominate him, hurt him, knock him down, or knock him out. And that did not happen. You as a unified champion should get the benefit of the doubt in such a close fight. It was 1 point, split decision. You can't just give the fight to the challenger when he did not dominate you, period. Nevertheless hurt you in the fight.
Exactly.
And this is what I wanted to get out of you, Eddie. Because I felt the same way. I felt that when Matchroom signed Danny, they were trying to feed him to their guys. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that you said it. I mean, I'm glad that you said it, because to me, sometimes it feels like that. It feels like promoters think they're gonna pull the wool over somebody's eyes, but in reality, they're the ones being fucking fooled. You know what I mean? You guys gave it to all their guys, and like I said, I mean, fucking at the end, they ended up getting a split decision, and it was a very close one. But I agree with you. In order for you to be the champ, you got to beat the champ, and there was no beating the champ on that one.
Look, I'll add something else to that. Nobody knows this, and this is probably the first time we're going to make this public. Since we got to the airport, we had issues. Okay, we get to the hotel. None of my people had rooms. None of us had any rooms. Okay, I ended up calling Matchroom, and I complained. And I talked to Thompson, and I complained about that as well. Finally, we had the rooms. The following day, my people are getting kicked out of the rooms, and I have a charge on my credit card of $4,500 for the rooms. And here I'm fighting again for the rooms for my people. Finally, we get the rooms again, and I believe it was the day of the weigh-in. My people get locked out of the rooms one more time. Danny kept being called to several interviews or press conferences, and he would have to wait for 2-3 hours before the interview was processed. The day of the press conference, we go to the press conference. They drop us off in an address that is not the address, and we have to walk like 3-4 blocks. Then we get to this new address. It's not the address again. We have to walk another 3-4 blocks until we finally made it to that. They were trying to do everything possible for Danny not to be focused from the very beginning. So you tell me if there was not something fishy going on.
No, it's obvious. It's obvious. Now, and I think Danny's gonna. Good thing we're on Zoom, Danny, so you don't get mad and try to choke me right now. But if I'm seeing all that, wouldn't it be easier for you guys to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm out, we're done. You know what I mean? Or do
you can't do that. You can't do that. No.
But what I'm saying is, do you lose the titles if you do that or no?
That I do not know, but more than likely, we don't want to hurt the event. Okay,
right.
You still have to be professional. You have to stay professional.
Right.
Okay. But Danny's not going to speak about that, but I will.
No, but I think it's a lot of bullshit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of bullshit that they did to you guys. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I would, if I was them, I was like, you know what? Fuck this, bro. We're done. You know what I mean? You guys are not, keeping your end of the deal. So let's bounce. You know what I mean?
I've heard similar situations with the UK promoters. I've heard similar situations with fighters that were fighting guys under Frank Warren, where it's the same thing. Getting the contracts, getting the money situated, getting the room situated, getting the flight situated. I've heard similar stories, and it's fucking sad because we all know how much of a mental sport this is. Physical and as bloody and as violent as boxing is for the fighter, it's just as big to be mentally prepared going into that ring. I think, if not even more important, to be mentally prepared, and having to go through that situation, that really fucking sucks. Excuse my language, but it does.
Look, I blew up once we got to the dressing room. They had these trailers, and I walk into this trailer, and it's full of blood, full of gauze, full of blood, buckets, ice, everything was all over the place. And then I blew up. I called in whoever was in charge. I just went off on them and said, well, what's wrong? I said, what's wrong? Yeah, but world champion, unified world champion. Look how you're treating them. Why do we have all this mess here? Why do we have all this blood in this room when you know it's not safe?
What was that?
I'm sorry. No, and I'm saying I finally went off on everybody because of frustration I had from the entire week. And I was trying to keep Danny focused, trying not to share all this information with him because I did not want him affected in any way. But I was being affected, mentally. Because I'm responsible for the entire group.
Right. Now, Danny,
I'm sorry, Anthony, you cut off.
I said affected or infected with all that shit in the room.
Exactly.
Now, Danny, I don't want you to comment on what Eddie's saying, like he says, you know what I mean? To make sure that nothing goes bad. But how do you feel when you have somebody like Eddie like that in your corner doing all this waving and getting everything done for you, man? How does it feel to have somebody like that? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, once you're saying this, Eddie, I mean, I know managers and I know trainers that probably wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? They'll probably just stay quiet. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, how do you feel about that, Danny?
No, I feel backed up by Eddie. Like he wants the best for me. Like any situation, I know he got my back. So I'm like, I trust him. I know he's gonna do the right thing for me, and he's always doing it, and he knows I'm thankful for that. He got my back and I got his back as well. But being in situations like that, I gotta keep focused on the fight.
Oh no, yeah.
I know stuff like that distracts you, and it distracted Eddie, even though he didn't want to see it. He like showed it. He was distracted, and but no excuses. I'm not the type of guy that's gonna make excuses.
No, I know.
Having a guy like that, of course, I feel back up. He's my boy.
And that's got to be tough for you guys, especially, when you guys are used to fighting in Japan. When I call you and you're in Japan and we're talking and you guys are telling me how beautiful it is in Japan and how the people treat you like kings over there, and how wonderful it is in Japan. And then to hear the polar opposite it's sad, man.
I'm gonna give you guys a comment from Serge Jimenez. He says, "We got Danny's back. We are Team Roman." And I'm gonna be honest,
That's right.
you guys have a lot of people support here in SoCal, you know what I mean? And I think in Japan too, bro. I mean, I think a lot of people in Japan love you, bro. You went out there twice and got the job done. And one thing about the Japanese community is they don't just stay loyal to their fighters. I mean, you went out there, you showed a good showing, man. So I think they support you too in Japan. You want to share a little bit about your Japan experience, man, with everybody?
Of course, like I won the world title over there against Sean Kubo after beating Adam Lopez here in New Jersey. I mean, you hear all these stories, like, oh, you got to go over there, you got to knock the guy out because different country. But you know what? Like, I was like, you know what? I'm here. I'm gonna do my best, and we're gonna get that W. And yeah, they received me in the airport with some interviews, pictures. I was even surprised, like from a 12-hour flight and being a surprise like that. I was like, oh, I haven't received this, and I received it in Japan. So I mean, it's good people. They treated me nice, very respectful.
Right.
Different culture from us, but like it's overall they know their boxing, and I'm thankful. They were good. They were good to me, and great fans.
Anybody else has a question right now, fellas?
And as far as being a champ, man, I can attest to this. Danny's a champ inside and outside of the ring. For people that don't know who Danny is, who don't know who Danny Roman is, man, he's a humble kid and he's a champ. He drove 2 hours to where I work, right, during Christmas. And him with Jojo Diaz and some other fighters, he took his dad out there with him, man. Danny was the very first person to show up at my job. And this was a couple of years ago before the COVID outbreak, right, with the veterans. I work at a veteran home. He drove 2 hours to get there. He was the first person there, and he was the last person to leave. And he made sure that every United States veteran had an autograph, had a picture, had something, And I commend you for being such a humble person, for being such a great person. Eddie as well. Eddie's always been there whenever I needed interviews, whenever I needed to talk to Danny or whatever. Eddie's always been, has made sure that Danny's available, man. So, from the bottom of my heart, man, you're a good person, bro. And I just wish you the best. And I know it's going to continue. You're going to continue to grow. The only thing that scares me, man, is there's a lot of new young champs coming up at 122, man. There's a lot of people like, your Angelo Leos and your Stephen Fultons and your what's the kid out of Rasim Ali out of Vegas, so you got a lot of new heavy hitters in that division. How close are you guys to getting another world title instead of having to go that route and fight some of these younger guys, Eddie?
Well, look, we're very close to that. Danny Roman right now is a mandatory for Luis Neri. He won the opportunity on the event that they both fought in September 30th, I believe.
Right.
That was an elimination bout for Danny against Payano. Luis Neri is a world champion now. Yeah. He has an optional. He decided to unify against Figueroa. So we have to wait our turn. I believe that this is one of the reasons as to why we're fighting on the 15th under the card of Figueroa and Eddie. This May 15th. And May 15th. And I think that's a really good plan to hype up the fight if that's what's going to happen after this event, if both of them become victorious.
And it is
so to answer your question, Neri, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Finish off.
No, I was gonna say so. If everything goes well for Neri and goes well for Danny, then I believe that the WBC might sanction the fight for Danny to fight for the world title after this.
Awesome, that would be great. Yeah. And the rumors, the word on the street is that it is May 15th, but it's going to be at the StubHub Center, or actually Dignity Health Sports Park.
That is correct.
And that's bravo, dog. You get all the info, dude. Her and I were like, what? All right, okay. So let's say, and I was asking you guys, what's the plan for Team Roman 2021? So the plan is May 15th is the first obstacle, right? We get through that. Then we have a title fight with Luis Neri. Would it be September or August? How far back would you guys be looking for that?
It really doesn't make a difference if it's August, September, October. It should happen this year. before the year's over. We're hoping that it'll be September.
September? Because what I was gonna say, if I'm trying to figure out, like, forget it, Daddy. I'm trying to figure out.
I know what you're trying to figure out. Canelo's gonna fight Caleb Plant.
Right, right, exactly. You see what I'm seeing, right?
You know what
I'm seeing, right? Yeah. I'm thinking Canelo, Caleb Plant, main event, and then you guys are like the co-main event, dude.
Harry and Danny Roman, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking, Eddie. That's what I was thinking. I was just thinking ahead, you know.
And then Danny wins, and Rios wins, and they fight in LA to unify between Ronnie Rios and Mr. Danny here.
Well, what I mean if Danny wins, Danny is going to win.
No, that's what I'm saying. Danny wins. Danny wins and Ronnie wins. Yeah.
Damn, dude. Can you imagine if Rios wins and Danny, and then they get it on right here
for unification now?
And but no, that would be till like next year, bro. I don't think. Yeah, it would be next year. Okay, I'm thinking ahead, man. You guys are getting me too excited. I'm getting too excited. All right, man. I'm gonna throw you guys 3 names, okay? For you and Eddie, Danny. I'm gonna start with MJ. What are your thoughts?
We still got unfinished business. I still want that rematch, man.
All right, Eddie.
Oh, definitely we want that rematch. Danny will definitely beat MJ in the next fight. We decipher him on this fight, so we know what we have to do against him.
All right, let me give you this other name, Stephen Fulton. What do y'all think about that?
So
I think he's a good fighter.
Fast. He.
You guys want?
Go ahead, Danny.
Of course, you know I'm here to fight the champions. You know, whoever gives me the opportunity first. But like, you know, I'm the eliminator. I mean, the mandatory for Luis Neri. So, you know, that comes first. So I'll take that first. But yeah, you know, why not?
Even could wait.
He's a good fighter. He beat a great fight against Angelo Leo, and he's a slick fighter, and I like the way he fights. You know, and I think I could give him a great fight too. And I believe I can beat him too.
The last one is Luis Neri. What do we think about him?
I mean, the dude, he won the world title like I did over there in Japan. So, I mean, he got a history.
Yeah, he did it different, Danny. He did it different. He got cussed out, bro. He got cussed out on the way out, bro. You didn't get cussed out, dude. He got cussed out, dude.
No, well, his achievement, you know, what he's done. But no, he's a great fighter. You know, I thought he was a main event. I was a co-main event. And I said, like, you know, I'm if everything goes good for me, I'm willing to fight the winner who gets the belt. And Luis Neri won that night. And I'm the mandatory now, so he's a great fighter. But you know, everybody got a weakness. You know, everybody can be beat.
So there's another.
Very well said, Danny.
There's another kid out here in LA. Have you got any sparring or any training in with him, Carlos Castro?
Yeah. I have sparred. I think he helped me for was it for Texas City?
Second fight in Japan, Danny.
Oh,
no, that was for the fight.
Matsumoto.
Shanku Matsumoto.
Matsumoto, yeah. Yeah, he helped me a few times for the Matsumoto fight, my first title defense.
Yeah.
So he's a good kid. He got speed, he got power. So yeah, he's good.
Fern, you got a question?
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask gonna comment on what Danny said as it pertains to Neri, that he's a good fighter and everything like that. That guy always has 2 fights on fight week. First one is the scale, the next one is his opponent. Because he has that weight problem. We all know it, so it's just something with him. But let's go back to the MJ fight with you. What did obviously it was an incredibly close fight. Could have gone either way, didn't go your way, should have gone your way. And I agree with Eddie. You're the champ and everything like that. In close fights like that, things should go in the favor of the champion. It didn't. What did you and Eddie, obviously Danny answer first and Eddie, what did you both learn from that fight that if you do get the rematch, you won't make the mistake to where it gets that close?
We gotta start putting the pressure the first round, and you can't leave it in the hand of the judges. That's my second one. 2 main ones for me. start the fight, dominate the whole fight myself. First round, give it to him. And the second one, I will say, try not to leave it in the hands of the judges.
Eddie?
Well, not to trust a damn promoter. No. Oh, no, serious. Well, dude, man, with the experience that I had, I was pretty upset over that. You know, the way we were treated from the beginning that we got there, and you could see it that there was something just fishy from the very beginning. But look, Andrew's not really what they made him seem to be. He's a good fighter. He's an Olympian, and I'm not taking anything away from him. But they thought they were going to take Danny out in 4 or 5 rounds. They really did. They told us that. And then they realized that Danny was not that easy. Yeah, Danny outside the ring is a very pleasant individual, very calm demeanor, right? But once he gets in the ring, he's an assassin. That's just what Danny is. And they did not expect that body work. And from the 3rd round on, Andrew was being hurt to the body. And that changed the whole plan for them. And you know, if we fight him again, I'm telling you, we know how to fight him much easier now. You know, all this footwork that he does, we didn't fall for that because we worked on that before going to Miami. And I told Danny, we're not going to fall for that kind of footwork that he does to other opponents and then he attacks. You know, we said if he starts doing that kind of footwork.
Boom.
Oh, boom. And go. Yo,
he probably has a fantasma, dog.
What'd you kick him out for, bro?
I kick him out. I gotta kick him out, dude.
We all know how Zoom works, bro. You're the administrator in this one. You have the power to kick anybody out.
Oh, dude.
I'm done with
that. You're out of here, bro. No. We'll wait for Eddie. Eddie's gonna reconnect right now, bro. He probably yeah, you know, don't worry, man. He's gonna reconnect. All right. I'm going to ask this question, and then we'll let Eddie finish up the other one. But I'm going to ask this question. What was the hardest thing for you, Danny, from losing the titles? What was the hardest thing that you had to go through? Other said, do you want to wait till he finishes? You want to wait till he finishes? Eddie, what happened,
did he
bro?
Connect already?
You have a go?
It's audio connected. It's audio connected. The video hasn't yet.
Eddie's will be all mad at you, Fern.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm old, dude.
He got too excited. He hit the screen, dude.
The promoter of our show.
The promoter cut him off, dude. Eddie Hurst cut him off, dude. He said, "Hey, cut it out."
You getting paid by the promoter. You cut me off.
Told you.
Wow. Man, no problem. Okay. I asked. Okay, while you connect, Eddie, let me ask the question again to Danny. What was the hardest thing for you losing those titles, Danny?
Knowing that it was a close fight, but knowing that you took the fight, that was the hardest. But you know, it happened that night. It was the judges saw something different than what I saw. But like knowing yourself that you won the fight, it was a close fight, yeah. But I knew I won the fight for a point or two. And then like getting the belts, all the hard work you did, all the sacrifices that got you to get the belts, the tough fights, the 2 trips to Japan, defending the title, the unified fight against TJ Doheny. I mean, they can just take it away like that. And so, no, it happened. Pero, you know, you can't do much. You gotta accept that, you know what, I gotta learn from this. And I know it's not gonna happen again. That's for sure.
That's what I want.
And I know it's gonna help me grow and become even stronger. That's how I took it. And I'm working harder, you know. Working hard, get back on top again where I belong. And once I get the belts, you're gonna have to kill me to get them back.
There you go. Hey, there you go, man. Eddie, do you want to finish up your thought on that one before you get all mad, bro, and I have to cut you off again?
No, you know, like I said, basically, I know we fight Angel again. We'll become victorious without a doubt because it'll be a more precise fight for Danny. You know, he'll definitely show that he was the winner then, and he'll prove it even better this time around. So, but like Danny says, no sour grapes. If I'm speaking and I'm bringing these things up, it's because a lot of people make some criticisms. And something you have to realize, Danny, check this out. So a lot of people don't realize that Danny did not have to fight him. I advised Danny not to, but Danny wanted to. I told him, then you just get him back from an injury. You haven't fought in a year, and you're still going to take on this kid that we know is a strong kid. And, Danny says, Eddie, I can handle it. So I trust him, and we went there, and, it proves the type of fighter that Danny is. He's not running away from challenges.
Yeah. So you're coming off an injury and you take on this guy. I mean, hey man, that's some. I'm gonna say it in Spanish. That's some huevos, bro. You fucking did it, bro. I mean, right here we're not rated G, bro. It's rated R. Okay,
check this out. Check this out. You hear the commentator say, "Why would Danny take on such a hard fight?" And we knew that injury was going to be a tough. Something. Fans and people complain and say, well, the champ is not fighting the tough fights. And here's the kid that's fighting the tough fights, and you still criticize him. You're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't.
I agree with that.
They are, bro. That's how they are, bro. You can never get, like, you're always going to have the haters, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I think. Like, I think sometimes us as media, we can't just be happy and appreciate. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be honest with you. To me, like Stack said, you're a champion inside the ring and outside the ring, Danny. So you're a kid that people should appreciate, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that you probably hear it a lot, but you are a kid that makes a great role model for the youth. You know what I mean? And for everybody. I mean, even for myself, I mean, I know how you are, bro. You know what I'm saying? I cuss because I cuss, but I've never heard you say a bad word, bro, in my life. And I've known you for 5 years, bro. You know what I mean?
That's because you're not running him. He cusses me every day.
Oh, no, you understand what I'm saying, right? Like to me, bro, it's like, dude, this is like the perfect champ. You know what I mean? Like for somebody to look after. You know what I mean? To look up to. So no, man. I mean, big shout outs to you guys. You guys are doing it right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, like to piggyback on what Eddie was saying, man. People they just don't appreciate it. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Me and Fern have talked about it over and over. One of the fights I always bring up is the Ward Kovalov fight, the first one at that time, both pound for pound fighters, but yet people don't show up to support. Or when the big fights do happen and the best fight the best, it's like, oh, who's got the stream? Who's got this? Who's got that? They can't spend the $9 a month for the zone or whatever, but they can spend, $5 every day at Starbucks. Come on, guys. Like, you got to support your fighters. And that just goes not just with the apps and the promotion companies, but just in general, when your fighters are out there selling T-shirts, when they're selling hats, they're selling merch, don't ask for free shit, man. Go out there and support these fighters, man. These guys bust their ass and they put their lives on the line every time they step in the ring. And it's like, you guys got to realize, like, these guys are warriors, man. Those fights that Danny had weren't easy fights, man. He's never backed down.
No, they weren't.
An opponent. Those were all fucking tough ass fights to go into people's backyards and then to go into people's countries, man. That's like, I mean, people like to talk, but they're not the ones that have to go into that ring,
Yeah, dude, people are like, all right. Ruben Cuellar.
And to even piggyback more off of more of what Eddie was talking about and everything like that. I know we've seen it from DAZN, Showtime, even HBO back in the days. The announcers themselves have agendas. They have an agenda that they try to portray a fighter over another one all the time. The best, most recent example I've always given people is the first Joshua Ruiz fight. They were giving Joshua all this praise and Ruiz was just an opponent. And that's how they sold him to everybody while the broadcast was going on. The most famous thing that happened there was when Maddox was saying, oh, Josh was one of the best closers in the game, like right after he knocked down Ruiz. And literally 10 seconds later, Josh was going down. And it slapped them back in their face. The agenda was just, you could tell with some announcers when they broadcast and when they're actually saying what they're thinking, they're incredibly biased to someone in that ring, and they portray it and try to push it on the fans. And I've seen it a couple of times with Roman, especially during the Donaghy fight here in Los Angeles at the Forum. I rewatched the show because I was there live, and you could tell that the announcers were pushing more and more on Donaghy than they were on Roman.
And it makes it worse right now during the pandemic because those bubbles are empty. So everything the announcers are saying, everything that they're speaking, The fighters are hearing it. The corners are hearing it. If the fighters and the corners are hearing it, then the damn judges are hearing it as well. They're hearing the commentating of the fight. And like you said, they're paid by that promotional company for a reason to sit there and talk about their fighters and push their agenda for a reason. I mean.
Mm-hmm.
No, but
I'm not gonna lie. I was biased too.
Oh, I know you are. Bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been biased too. Like, I think Danny. Hopefully he remembers. Hey, Danny, do you remember the time I was telling people your Donaghy fight at the airport?
No.
It was after Jacob. It was after Jacob's Canelo. Me and you were both at the McCarran Airport.
Yeah,
and we were coming back on a plane.
I remember.
And we were in the waiting, and I was literally. I didn't know he was there. I didn't know he was literally on the seat next to me. I didn't know he was there, and I was just there. And then he and I started talking. The lady next to me was like, "Who's that?" I told her who he is. He had just had the Donaghy fight like 2 weeks prior. This was to Canelo Jacobs. And I was literally probably like about 10, 15 people around us selling his fight with Donaghy. And he's just like smiling. He didn't know what to do. He was just like, I think I made him nervous or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably creeping him out, dog. Come on now. He didn't even know you did. You just start talking to him, bro. It's awkward, dude.
No, he was selling the fight though. He was letting the people know about Danny Roman. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Hey, I had a boyfriend. I was just messing about you being a creepy guy.
That's the guy who has a beard looking like a gnome, like a garden gnome. Cállate mejor.
Wow. Hey, bro, who won WrestleMania, bro? Tell me about WrestleMania.
Ooh.
Bad Bunny did. Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny won WrestleMania. That's who won WrestleMania.
All right, Danny. You're horrible, dude. All right. So, what is something that you did after you captured the world titles? Something you did for yourself, for your family, for somebody? I mean, something that you did once you captured the world titles.
I paid my mom's car off. That was the first thing I did. She was happy. I finished paying it, and I was like, "Mom,
ya estuvo."
Ahí está. Yeah.
Nice.
See, so that was the first thing I did. Yeah.
Man, dude. See, man, how do you guys not like get emotional or buy into Danny? Danny, give me your social media, man. I want them to start following you right now, bro.
You can follow me on Instagram _Babyface Assassin, and you can follow me on Twitter. It's Team Roman Boxing.
There you go, guys. Make sure you guys follow him, man, because this kid is always stand up, man. Always.
Very much so.
Before his fight, bro, against Doheny, we had talked. Me and Danny had sat down and talked, and he was telling me how he grew up. Right there in Inglewood, right there by the Forum, and he remembers seeing the fights there. And the fights happening at the Forum, and it was always his dream to fight there. And that fight was his first time ever fighting in Los Angeles. Born and raised in LA, and his first fight there in LA, he unified those titles in front of his fans. This kid deserves everything that he gets. He's a warrior. The fans, the money, the world titles, he deserves it all, man, because he's come from humble beginnings, man. All fighters have a story, but Danny, he's all around. He's all around one of the most humblest people I know in the sport. As far as the fighters go, there's a handful of people that I always give shout outs to. Danny Zamora being one of them, Chocolatito, Danny Roman. They're few and far between. It's a doggy dog world. It's a cutthroat sport, like Eddie says. Look, he was fucking signed with the Zone, and look at the way they treat him. It always seems like it's the nice ones that get screwed over.
I heard that before. All right. Serge Jimenez says you took him out to eat, bro. That's something nice you did for him. Hold on, Serge. You better not be a heavy eater, bro, either. Does he eat a lot?
He is a heavy eater.
Cindy Amador says Danny is the best, dude. What do you think about that, man?
No, saludos, Cindy.
There you go. Golden Heart Roman. Hashtag Golden Heart Roman. Órale, no bravos, bro. Okay. All right. Here we go, man. Ready for the next one? Or anybody else has a question? Because I got a few right now.
Go ahead.
Danny, what keeps you humble? What keeps you grounded, bro? Can you let us know, man?
Well, I'm a Christian guy. I go to church. I read the Bible. I pray, and dedicate sometimes the free time I got with my family, my nephews, my mom, my dad, my brothers, sisters, and so. I mean, I'm always doing something, you know, outside of boxing. Just distract myself. Like I said, the Bible stuff and with my family. That's all I do.
Man, dude, that's strong, bro. Strong right there, bro. Question, guys?
Yeah, Danny Zamora is asking, where's Coach Kenny?
Órale. Se pasan, dog.
Dennis Zamora is no good. He's
Bro,
no
I was
good.
just talking how nice you were, Danny. I just gave you a shout out, Danny. I
Wow.
just told him how humble you were, and there you go.
Dude,
No. Kenny's my boy, man. Nah. Danny Zamora
guys.
knows. Kenny's my boy.
Here we go. Hey, I'm gonna do
Hey,
this,
Rod.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Rod, let me just tell you something about Danny. See how he treats everybody. Kenny, Danny Zamora, Serge, everybody. He takes them out to eat. I'm still waiting for my mariscos that he promised me years ago. And every time he takes me, the damn place is closed.
Oh, he knows,
What the
dude.
hell, dude? Every time I get invited, the place is closed. What the hell?
He knows
Hey.
Let the world know this shit. Let the world know.
No.
Hey, I know that movida, bro. I know that movida.
No.
The place is closed, so you can go somewhere else, bro.
Ruckus
Let me
pulls it
tell you
all
something.
the time.
This is what happened.
Let me tell you something. Hold on, Danny. Hold on. And then when he invites me to eat, he says, "Come on over, dude." And they're eating, and then the check comes by. He gets up, goes to the restroom, and doesn't come back until I pay for the dead check.
he needs the check.
Oh wow.
That's honest to God.
No.
dude.
Hey, alligator.
Wow.
Hey, Andy, you
Why is he
got
laughing? Why is he
alligator
laughing?
arms,
That's
dude?
No. This is what happened. We went to do a COVID test, right? And Eddie was insisting, let's go to Mariscos. I was like, hey, they don't show up on Tuesday. Let's go somewhere else. He kept on insisting. I was like, all right, well, you want to go to a Marisco place? Well, we'll go. We ended up arriving there, and the little truck wasn't there. So I told him, it's like, look, I passed through here a few times. They only show up on the weekends. They're not gonna be there Tuesday. So he blames me for it. Well, I told him they're not gonna be there. And the time he had to pay, the second thing he said, I had to go pee. Don't lie. I even told him, I was like, no, I'm gonna pay. Like, I got you guys. Don't worry about it. So I didn't even take a lot. It's not even 5 minutes. I went to
That
the
was about 10.
restroom, did my stuff, washed my hands, came back, and like, Danny, why are you making me pay? I was like, no, I said I was gonna pay. You could have told the lady, you know what, come back a few minutes later. So he decided to pay. I was gonna pay, but
She was
he
hounding
wanted to
him.
take the credit.
All right, let's do this. Next time you guys go to eat, take us.
Yeah.
And then I'll do the same move. I'll do the same move as you, Danny.
I'll go out to the back.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, bro.
No. See what you cost, Eddie?
Hey, Danny, one of the fans, Danny, is asking, what's your favorite Bible verse?
Ken, who said that, dude?
I like the Book of Proverbs.
The Book of Proverbs.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
You learn a lot from there, and meditate every time you read. Meditate what you read, don't read it just cause. And whatever you read, review it in your mind, meditate on it, and it'll touch you.
I'm gonna just hit on this because I got one of my pals here, Gregory Perez. He said Old or New Testament. The reason why he said that, bro, is this: because I say that I like to read the New Testament because the Old Testament is mainly the punishing God, but he doesn't get it, bro. So go do your own research, Gregory. Read it, man, and then you'll find out.
Yeah, that,
You know what I mean?
well, I was told that one time too, right? I worked at, real quick story, when I worked at the prison, we had like kosher people, and all of a sudden all the inmates were Jews, right? And so I told them, like, if you guys believe in the Old Testament, the Jews believe in the Old Testament, right? You guys shouldn't even be in prison. Once you committed your crime, everybody should have got a rock and stoned you to death, right?
Right?
They didn't like it. They didn't like when I started breaking some of the inmates.
You're
I'm like,
horrible,
you
dog.
guys committed crimes, and now you're Jews in prison, Mexican Jews. But if you would have been on the streets and you believe in the Old Testament, we should have thrown rocks and killed you, stoned you to death.
You were in jail.
Sounded like
Oh,
that
shit.
sounded like such an oxymoron. Mexican Jews? What?
Yeah, dude. What is
Exactly.
that going on?
Dude, during Ramadan,
I
during
didn't even know this
Ramadan,
guy was
y'all become
jail,
Muslims.
dog.
Like during the whole year, right? There's like 4 Muslims, and then Ramadan starts and they get the special meals. And I got a sheet of like 300 inmates that are all Muslim inmates with their last name, Francisco Rodriguez Lopez Gonzalez. Okay, and that's Muslim. Yeah.
All right, there you go. Sale pues. Danny, for the fans, how much does Danny still have in the tank? You say bravo, bro. I ask you the hard questions. I already know this.
Yeah, that was the number. I'll be honest.
How do you feel? You feel good right now?
I feel good. I feel
You already
perfect.
look like you're at weight, bro. You don't even look like you're like overweight or anything.
No, I try to keep myself fit and I try to keep myself in at a good weight. I mean, I love the sport, you know, and it's always gonna be with me. I've been doing this sport for 23, 24 years. So all my life. I'll be 31 in next month, few days, and I'm happy. You know, I achieved way more than what I thought. I just got in just to, you know what, I'm gonna try this professional stuff, and I got it to pay some bills too. You know, I've been doing so long. You know, I'm gonna try this professional, and look how God has blessed me. 2 times former world champion. Fought at my hometown in Inglewood, and I mean, I still feel I could achieve more, you know. But politics of boxing, lo desanima uno, you know. And I love the sport, but like, you know, I think it's coming time for another chapter in my life. So I will say 2-3 years more.
Oh shit!
Or even less.
Yo pensé que ibas a decir, I Danny para tiempo, dog. Like I was already like, oh shit, that motherfucking Danny's gonna go for a while.
Yeah,
but you know what? Though? But you know, no, I can respect that because you're saying, you know what, 3 years, maybe less. You know what I mean? Because you already have something else planned. You know what I'm saying? And you're one guy that, like I said, you're very blessed, bro, and you do everything with how can I say, with the plan. You know what I mean? So you're very organized, man. So if you already have that plan, man, I mean, I commend you, bro, and I believe that you'll get it done. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question off of what you just said. Let me ask you a question off of what you just said. We've all seen your fights. We all seen the wars that you've been through. Are you trying to say that the boxing politics have tired you out more than the fights that you've been in?
In a way, it does. In a way, it does. I mean, look at the MJ fight. You know, I worked so hard for it. I sacrificed so much to it, and by the end of the day, they just, you know what, they just snatch them from me. So, like I say, you know, I love the sport. I love boxing. I just don't like the politics. I don't like how stuff, the results of it. Sometimes, you know, I believe that if you beat somebody, beat them good. And even myself, you know, when I won the world titles, you know, I had in mind, you know what, to be the champion, I gotta knock him out or beat him or stop him, or make it a one-side fight. I did it with Sean Kubo for the first world title, and the second world title, TJ Doheny.
Yeah,
I dropped him twice, and I mean, that's my mentality. If I'm gonna fight the champion, you know what, I gotta take him out, show everybody why I'm gonna be the new champion. So
well said, Danny. Well said.
Okay.
So
now,
a little.
Okay, go finish up, and then I'll ask you the question.
So like you say, you know, politics play a big part, you know, because not a lot of people know how much a fighter sacrifices to get where he want to be, you know, and I mean, they don't see that side. The people that can say, they'll be the close ones to you, your family, your trainer, the people that surround you every day knows how much sacrifice. And I love the sport, you know, like I could keep on saying, but like, you know, it's coming, you know, you're not gonna last forever. Boxing is not forever. Like they say, it's a young man's sport. And so I know at some point my body might not respond how I want it to respond. So I don't want to get to that point, you know. That's why, you know, I got 2-3 years, and I'm gonna do the best in these 3 years. And if everything goes good, thank God. If not, either way, thank God. You know, I enjoy the ride.
Let me ask you something. Thank you, Fern, for following up on the question, but now I'm following up on your question, bro. If you were able to change anything in the sport, Danny and Eddie, what would it be, man?
Go ahead, Eddie.
Hey.
Look, what I would change, it would be the interest of the promoters. That's what I would change. Like Danny would say, the politics. You know, you have a fighter that is kind of mild, you know, like Danny is, and then you have a fighter that speaks up a little bit more, and he's more commercial, more sellable. And in this case, like you say, you know, they took the titles. Well, they didn't take the titles away. It was a fight. It was a close fight, and we don't want to take anything away from NJ because it's not his fault. But then the judges, just like the commentators, are always on the side of the promoter, and more than likely they'll give the benefit of the doubt to the challenger in this case, and make him the champion because he might be more commercial than the other guy. I think that I would take that away. We need better judges. We need more honest judges in boxing.
Neutrality.
Yeah. Exactly, neutrality. You know, look, I'm an old timer, right? I'm 59, so I've been around boxing since I was 9 years old, since 1973, and I seen boxing. And back in the days, boxing was a completely different game, different interests, you know, and judges were a little bit more honest about the way they scored. They knew the game. Judges now these days, they don't know the game the way it used to be. Now you come from the amateurs, they make you into a pro referee, let's say, or a judge, and you still want to score fights like an amateur. Doesn't work that way. The pros are the pros. Right. I think a lot of the times, like Danny, you know, works a lot to the body, and judges don't get credit for that anymore. Or at least some of them don't. So that's what I would change, you know, neutrality.
Danny,
we need to be more balanced in that.
Yeah, that's the main one, neutrality. I don't think, I mean, let the best win, you know, and that's how won. Yeah, and that's how it's gonna build you to become even a better fighter, because they're not giving you the wins, you know, you're actually fighting to become even better. So that's what I think.
So recently we just had John Molina retire, and I don't know if you've seen on his social media or anything, if you follow John Molina, but he actually
I think
he became a sheriff. He became
a deputy sheriff.
Yeah. Is that something that you still have interest in doing after your boxing career, working in law enforcement?
Of course. That's you could say that's my second dream I had as growing up as a kid. I mean, we got that. I got a few options that I would like to do, you know, but like being a sheriff, that's always as a kid growing up, that was one of my dreams too. Nice. Besides boxing.
Nice.
Ándale, cabrones, ahí andaban talking about prison y la chingada, órale.
I'm getting it ready, bro. I'm getting it ready.
Now I'm gonna get on his good side, dude. Fuck this.
You're answering it on the head though. When we asked you about, you know, when Fern followed up with that question, man, I mean, it's good that you have a good head on your shoulder, and it's good that you have a good team, because a lot of fighters won't answer it like that. A lot of fighters keep going, and sometimes they go too long in their careers. And I don't know if it's because they didn't handle their financial situation right, or what the reason is behind it. But I mean, even to this day, right now, you're seeing all these fighters taking exhibition fights. But even before that, you know, you have fighters fighting well into their 40s. You know, I mean, there's a few fighters that can still pull it off. But then for the most part, Father Time's undefeated. Like you said, you know, this is a young man's game, you know, and it's good that you're able to see that, hey, before you start taking too much of a beating and get your lose your senses in there, that you're able to know, hey, I can walk away and I have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. So I commend you, and I commend your manager on that, because that's where you have to have a good team around you, you know.
Look, Anthony, let me just shine into that. Danny and I was sat down together maybe a few months back, and I told him, look, Danny, you're still good for at least 2-3 good years. Hopefully, we'll stay like that. We'll stay in that kind of shape for that term that I'm talking about. I said, but look, once I see something that's been diminished in you, in your skills, your abilities, so I'm going to tell you to just quit immediately. There's no need for you to be a punching bag for anybody, stepping stone. I told them, as soon as you retire, I'll retire myself. Because Danny and I, we've been together for a very long time. And I told him, whatever your decision is, it'll be the same decision that I'll make. But I'm not going to allow Danny to be a stepping stone for anybody. Danny has taken care of his finances really well. He's, like you say, he's a humble individual, intelligent individual. And I think he's going to make the right choice when the right time comes. And I'm there to support him 100%. And I'm there to protect him and make sure that he does not continue in a career that he's not going to be able to perform. Because his health is very important to me and important to him and his family.
But if you guys retire in 2 to 3 years, bro, you guys better not retire from the boxing rundown, bro. I mean, I need you guys to come in every once in a while. I gotta give me I gotta give you my humble pie here, man. Come on. No. Like, man, dude, you almost made me cry right now, Eddie. Fucking saying that shit, dude. All right.
That's just love for Danny, man. I love this like he's my own son. I love him. He knows it.
Yeah, no, I respect you for saying that. You know what I mean? Because, and people, and I'm gonna be honest, bro, I'm gonna throw it out there. I mean, you make money because you're a trainer. You're a manager. So sometimes managers and trainers are gonna be like, "Fuck, keep going." But you're saying like, no, bro. We sat down, we made a plan, and when you go, I go. I mean, that's commendable, man. I mean, I really fucking take my hat off for you guys. You know what I'm saying, for saying that.
I have my profession. I don't need boxing to make money. I have my profession.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't know that. Boxing is not my life.
Hey. Ahí está, para que sepan, mendigos. There you go. All right. When it's all said and done, bro. Man, you guys got me all pumped. When it's all said and done, how will Danny Roman be remembered?
You asking me or the panel?
Those dos, órale. If I ask this guys, van a llorar. I'm asking you guys.
Mira quién habla.
Go ahead, Danny.
Ya casi.
Amigo. Anybody as a role model, I try to show everybody that if I achieve what I achieved, thank God, and will stop you from achieving it too. Try to surpass me, try to achieve even more. If nobody believes in you, I believe in you. Because nobody believed in me when I was going up, and that I use that as a motivation, and it helped me achieve so far what I have achieved, and it's helping me too. Again, so if nobody believes in you, I believe in you, and use me as your role model.
Great, man.
Look, I believe that Danny's going to be remembered as a throwback fighter, a fighter who fought everybody that was placed in front of him. Never shied from anybody.
You took the words out of my mouth. I don't think Danny's gonna be remembered as one of these big flashy guys. I think he's gonna be one of the ones that 10 years down the line that the BWAA, the Boxing Writers of Association, writes, you know what? This kid's getting into the Hall of Fame because of everybody who fought. He's gonna be one of those guys that you read about in a book like 100 Closet Classics. And these fighters that like the casuals don't know about. But the true boxing heads will know. Or damn, you remember Danny Roman, man? That fucker
exactly.
He fought all these guys, and the real boxing heads and the real boxing fans will know who Danny is, and will know what type of wars he's in. And I think that's more, to me.
Can I add?
That's more impressive. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say something. I just told Danny this week. You see all this retired fighters coming back, right, and doing exhibitions.
Yeah,
and they get it. And they're getting all this publicity, and they're catching the eye of a lot of this new fans. And I was telling Danny, you know why this is happening, Danny? He goes, why, Eddie? I says, because this generation of fighters now these days, they suck. They don't want to fight the best. He goes, well, I'm in that generation, Eddie. I says, yeah, but you're a different fighter, man. You definitely fight everybody.
Yeah.
And a lot of these other fighters do not. They just talk and talk and talk. And they say, I want to fight the best, but they don't. I says, you have, and you never deny a challenge from anybody that comes forward. You always take them up. You don't find too many fighters like that these days.
Nope.
You know, I remember that too because you guys were on the show with me in Hawthorne before you fought MJ, and I drilled Eddie. I'm like, why would you put him in with this fight? You know, this is a high risk, low reward fight. Both of the titles on the line. He's all, Anthony, it ain't me. I told Danny not to take the fight. It's Danny. Danny wants that fight.
Exactly.
Danny, the kid that went from day one, has always said, I want to fight the best. I want to be the best, and I want to fight the best. And that's what he wanted. You know, he's always wanted to. It didn't matter how big of a show, how many tickets, whatever. As long as he was in the ring with the best person, whether it was in Atlantic City, whether it was in Japan, wherever the hell, the Road Warrior, wherever he needed to travel, that's where he went. He's fought the best. Never once could.
Well, how many fights has
Danny Roman duck somebody? You know, Danny Roman.
How many fights has he been in?
How many what?
How many fights has he been in? How many fights has he been in that been candidate of the year, candidate fight of the year?
Right.
Right.
Quite a few.
That
The Doheny
tells you right there the kind of fighter that Danny is, and that's how he will be remembered.
I'm gonna share something. Danny is my first interview in the boxing game, dude, and I'm gonna give special thanks to Salvador Gonzalez because he's the one that got me involved in boxing. You know what I mean? And he told me, he's like, go interview Danny and Isaac. You know what I mean? And I went to Maywood. I remember going to Maywood and interviewing him for the first time, man. And he's my first interview in the sport of boxing, bro. So I can say that he's always gonna be in my pathway. You know what I mean? Danny's always gonna be there. Whatever we need to do for Danny, we'll always do for Danny. You know what I mean? Danny, this is your house. This is tu casa, bro. You know what I mean? You could always jump with us. Eddie knows this, man. I mean, anytime, man. You guys need anything, we got you guys. You know what I mean?
It's the same with me, man.
Thank you.
When I started, when I first started, I started with NBC Radio out in Redlands. So Eddie and them went to Redlands, man. And Rico Ramos showed up. Like, I didn't even invite Rico, right? And Rico Ramos showed up, and he just came and sat on the show, and he was telling me some stories, you know, and then afterwards, it was just, I'm not going to get into everything, but I think you remember that, Eddie.
Yeah, right.
Danny, when Rico showed up at the show. Yeah. But nah, Danny was my first interview too, man. He's always been like a little brother to me, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
I like the kid.
Yeah, no. And I know, and I'm glad May 15, we don't know the location yet, right? We're not supposed to announce it. Okay, so it's gonna be in Carson. People, make sure you guys buy your tickets. If tickets, when do tickets go on sale? Does anybody know?
No, we do not know yet.
Nobody knows? Okay, but here we go. Make sure you guys follow _Babyface Assassin on Instagram. _ right? Or Team Roman on Twitter. As soon as the tickets are available, they're going to make the announcement. When you make the announcement, Danny, forward me that stuff. I will make sure that people go buy tickets, man. We got to make sure people buy tickets. Go support this young man out in Carson. I'm going to be there. Right now, there could be fans. So make sure you guys go. Big shout outs to Vita. Vita's giving out hearts in Texas.
Talk about tickets, though, man. Talk about tickets. California is not fully opening until June 15th. So don't end up like I did with this damn Reese Areola fight where the tickets sold out that same day. When they go on sale, jump on them because it's going to be a hot ticket. It's going to be a hot ticket. Man, I tried Jim Boone. I've tried my brokers, and I couldn't get tickets for this. So for Danny's fight, I'm definitely jumping and buying for it personally. Even though I'll probably get in with the media, I'm still buying 4 tickets personally for friends that I'm taking to watch you fight. But yeah, get your tickets. Like as soon as you hear the announcement, get your tickets because I don't know how many people California is going to let in. I don't know if it's going to be 2,000 or 4,000. It's probably not going to be capacity, and those tickets are going to sell out.
Well, it's going to be a 25% capacity, I believe.
25. So yeah, so right there, you're only looking at 2,000 tickets.
Okay, so I don't know if I got the Twitter wrong, but I guess Jessica M. Potter says at Team Roman Boxing on Twitter, guys. Make sure you guys do that at Team Roman Boxing on Twitter, all right? Or Instagram is _Babyface Assassin _. Guys, make sure you guys go stay posted.
Also, he has merchandise for sale. Jessica's also saying Danny Roman has some out of the vault stuff that's never been seen merchandise from the boy Decomp. So make sure to hit up the email teamromanboxing@gmail.com. That's teamromanboxing@gmail. Let's sell them out tonight.
Well,
all you people out there in Texas, in Fresno, in Vegas, get on there, purchase a shirt, purchase something, help my boy out, and let's sell these shirts out tonight.
But what did you say it was? What?
Team Roman Boxing.
No, but okay, he says you said under what?
Oh no,
underscore.
Never seen before.
Oh, never seen before. Out of the vault T-shirts from
Out of the vault. That's bravo, bro. Fucking out of the vault. Shit. All right, bro. All right, Eddie, you guys are gonna help us out, man. I'm gonna go through the predictions. Only have 3 shows, so we're gonna do this. Let's start with Georgia pay-per-view show. I'm gonna do the co-main event. I don't know if you guys want to do the main event, but I'll do the co-main event right away. Let's do this. Regis Prograis versus Ivan Redkach. Who do we got, and who's going first?
Regis knockout, 7th round.
I'm gonna go with Regis.
Knockout too?
Redback can fight, man. He probably take him to distance.
Distance. Eddie.
Yeah.
I agree with Danny and Anthony.
But you're saying distance or KO? Because Stack said KO.
No, I'm going with the distance as well, just with Danny. Yeah, Redback is tough. He's not an easy opponent.
It's a 10-round fight. Regis to crack. I've seen Redkach go down to Molina in 4 rounds, I believe. So I think Regis wins it in around like 7th round, 8th round stoppage.
Stoppage. Okay. Shit,
yeah.
Damn. You went
just say draw, dog. Just do it. Just do what you normally.
You went 7th. You went 7th. You went 7th, right?
I went 7. I went 7-8. Stacks went 5.
Oh,
so you pick 6 or 4. Do what you normally do.
I'm gonna go 9-10. 9-10, right? 9-10. All right, so I'm gonna go TKO either 9th or 10th. It's gonna be a stoppage for me. I think it's gonna be, stopped. But I mean, I see it going a little bit longer than people think. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna be 4 rounds. I think it's gonna go a little bit longer. But hey, let's see. Do you guys want to talk about the main event?
No.
All right. All right, but just for the people, it's Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. Okay, guys. So if you guys want to check out the main event, it's on pay-per-view. Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. Anybody wants to make a prediction? I'm not gonna do it.
Jake Paul. That's it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the Paul guy.
All right. Anybody else? Okay, so Fern's the only one going on that one. Bam. Big Fern's the winner this week. All right. Let's go to Saturday from Florida. Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade versus Liam Williams. By the way, Liam Williams guarantees a knockout. All right. Who do we got on that one, man?
Boo Boo.
I'll go with Demetrius. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, distance.
Decision.
Eddie got stuck, I think.
I'm going with Andrade. I'm going with Andrade as well. Distance.
This is Fern.
Yes.
I'm going with Boo Boo.
Boo Boo.
I'm going with Boo Boo and Boo Boo's gonna. Yeah, I'm going distance as well.
That's his middle name, bro. I don't even know what they call him, Boo Boo Andrade. They should call him the Distance Andrade. So we're all gonna go with Demetrius Andrade. Boo Boo gets the decision, guys. It's gonna be a unanimous decision. I think Liam Williams got that one wrong. I don't think he's gonna KO the guy. So there you go. Last one, Saturday from Los Angeles on Fox, guys. Make sure you guys watch Tony Harrison versus Brian Pereira. Who do we got, man?
I don't know.
Tony Harrison, guys. Tony Harrison stoppage.
I'm gonna go with Tony Harrison. I'm gonna go with Tony Harrison too by KO.
Tony Harrison stoppage.
I'm not saying knockout. I'll say distance.
Do you, Eddie and Danny? Do you guys want to just call it out?
Me personally, I'm sorry, but I don't know either of those two fighters.
Orale.
So real quick, I know we're not gonna make predictions, but Sunday afternoon you also have the Thompson boxing card that's gonna be live on Facebook. So you got Ruben Torres fighting, you got Peter Petrov fighting, and you have George Acosta, the 3-2-1 boxing. I'm not real for sure who their opponents are yet, but they'll all be in different on different cards, all from LA or the LA area, except for Petrov, of course. You got Ruben, who's a local kid out of South Central. You got George Acosta, and then you have Peter Petrov, who trains out in Santa Fe Springs. I think he's a Russian that's originally from Spain, so he'll be on that card as well.
Let me just give a big shout out. Big shout out to South Central Boxing, my boy Carlos OSCB in the house, man. Big shout outs. Thank you, Jessica, for letting me know that Carlos is there. Carlos, big shout out. Danny, Eddie, any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah. To all my fans that support me, thank you, and keep up. Follow me on social media. I'll keep you guys updated. And my sponsors, Chef Tunes and Fundamentals, the gym. Thank you for opening the doors. And to all my fans, thanks again. And thank you guys for having me tonight. It was always a pleasure being with you guys, and always having fun.
This is your show, Daddy. I don't even know why you say it. Remind me, man. Yeah, this is your show, bro. Eddie, any shout outs, bro?
The only shout out I have is to all the people that support Team Roman, and they know who they are, and you guys as well. You know that.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Shout outs from you guys, Fern. I know you want to give out some shout outs. I can tell.
Nah, just shout out to all the people that continuously support the show, watch the show on a weekly basis. Nancy, Vita, welcome back and everything. I know you were telling me you haven't been able to watch as of late. I know you've been busy. Just everybody who does watch the show, thank you guys. As you see, we've had 3 back-to-back really great interviews. Anicia, Danny, we had Jose Benavides Sr. a couple weeks back. Thank you. We do this for you guys, and we're just glad you guys enjoy it.
Exactly, man. Thank you to everybody that tunes in. Thank you guys, man, from the bottom of our hearts. I mean, it's a pleasure working with you. I mean, Danny, shout out to you, of course. Eddie, shout out to you guys. This weekend, Saturday, I just want to give a shout out to Project Hope, who I'm going to be working with. We're going to be giving away 500 bags of food. Andy Reese will be out there. Teofimo Lopez. It's not a meeting. Vern will be out there with me. It is drive-through. The fighters are going to hand out the food. There is going to be a concert going on. If you want to listen to the concert, you're more than welcome to. You can park your car in the parking lot and listen to the concert, but it's not going to be a meet and greet. The fighters aren't going to be available because of this whole COVID situation. I think Tyson Fury is flown into Vegas, so he's already out in Vegas right now. Mm-hmm. So big shout out to Project Hope and to the WBC, Supreme Boxing, and then to you guys. And then last to my friend Nicole out there in Whittier. Just want to tell her hi. That's it, man.
Wait, let me give a shout out to Danny from Doralis Roman.
That's it.
There you go. So she says Team Roman all the way, bro. All right, everybody.
Right.
Let me get a PS. PS. Right. Jaime Costecho. I'm sorry I'm not rocking Adidas today, bro. My bad. It's a Nike jersey. Sorry.
Oh, hey, damn, you guys are horrible today, dude. All right, man. With that said, bro, that was a boxing rundown, guys. See y'all next week. Thank you very much, Danny. Thank you very much, Eddie.
Thank you for having us on board.
All right,
Thank you.